Hey everybody, welcome to oldpocketknives.com. This is Jesse, and today we are going to take a look at a box full of case knives that I purchased. They represent knives from the 1920s all the way to the 2000s, so at least 80 years of old case knives here to share with you today. Today we are going to have a helper. Her name is Millie. She's my daughter. Say hi, Millie. And Millie's gonna hand me some knives and we're gonna talk about them. So let's get started, everybody. Here we go. All right, so first things first, I wanted to share with you this leather box. The woman who I bought these from, she included this in the purchase, and just wanted to share that with you. It says genuine calf leather made in Italy. And it's kind of neat because it has this old kind of gold gilded look, kind of like an old book. But that was a pretty cool bonus with the collection. And inside we have a bunch of case knives. Millie, do you want to grab one and share it?
I like this one.
Alrighty, so this first one here is a Stockman. And I noticed this bone was kind of popular maybe in the 80s with case. And it is see the pattern number on that? Nope. It's on the other blade. But anyway, tested XX razor edge. And you can see, if we can get that blade stamp there, I think it's 1990. The case stamps look like this during the early 90s, 90 through 93, I believe. And this specific shield was used then as well. So it's a 3-blade Stockman. There's our pattern number right there. And it is looks like a 6318 stainless steel. Pretty neat looking little Stockman knife here. Pretty cool. All right, next one. All right, so I believe there's another pattern like this in here. It is a 32, I believe, if we look at the pattern number, which I can't read. I believe the last 2 digits are 32, which denotes the model number. It's sometimes called like a medium Texas Jack, I believe, or has kind of like the gun stock look there. But anyway, it's case XX. The stamp would be 1940 to 1960. Looks like a reddish bone, but it's been starved of something, moisture. It's very dry looking. It's very odd. I've never really seen bone like this before. But would have been a neat old knife for sure. I guess it still is in some form. Brass liners, nickel silver pins, and bolsters as well. So there you go, little jack. That one doesn't have a snap, but the master does. All right, next one. Okay, a little yellow handled peanut here. This is a peanut pattern, and yellow handles on that. Let's see, when is this from? Well, it looks like, can't really tell off the bat, but it looks like a 10 dot or a 9 dot, so 1970, 71, something like that. I like these old peanuts, pretty cool. Smaller pattern, but a lot of people collect them. And the yellow handle is pretty unique. Okay. Next knife.
I'll just this one.
She goes in for the camper here. All right, so a camp knife. This is, I believe, from the 60s. It has like a black imitation bone handles. Try to get these blades open for you. And let's see. I remember there were no dots, so that would make it from 1965 to 1969, this knife. I believe they were made by Camillus, I believe. They contracted Case contracted those knives out, and Camillus made them. Might have been Schrade, but I believe it was Camillus. But anyway, the pattern number there is 640045R. And you can see it's got the screwdriver, cap lifter, punch, and can opener, and then the traditional master blade. So pretty neat knife from the 60s, utility pattern, scout pattern. There it is. Boom.
Okay, I'll do these.
Okay, so we have a small barehead jack swell end, if you want to use the terms. This one looks like 5 dots, is that right? 1975. It has Delrin handles. Sometimes it's hard to determine if it's Delrin or bone, but you can see there's really no grain there, so it's pretty clearly the Delrin or the composition handle. The pattern number is that is 6202 and a half. The 02 is the pattern, and that's just a small jackknife. 1975 or so. All right, Millie, what's next?
So, this one.
Okay, all right, so Millie has selected, the oldest of the bunch. You can see that it has a diamond shield on it with the word case on it. This is, I believe these were mostly from the early tested period, which would date it from 1920 to 1940. So let's open this up here. I have 2 blades. This long pull, this blade's pretty stubborn, so I'm gonna open that up. Okay, so looks like we had some damage to this blade, or it was shaped in a way that was helpful to the owner. Maybe it was some sort of tool that they used, but probably just damage. All right, can we see a stamp? Yes, so that's the long tail C case tested stamp, which again has 1920 to 1940 written all over it. And this one has an earlier blade. It has a circle with case XX tested on the bottom there. I'm not sure if you can read that bottom part, but this would be even an earlier. So I would say this is probably a circa 1920 to 30 knife, and really nice brown bone handles, or green bone. I think probably just brown bone. But anyway, very neat knife, and too bad it has that damage. But it is what it is. They were tools, you know. But that's a neat one. Good one, Millie. All right, what's next, Millie?
This one.
Ooh, little red bone handle here. All right, so this is a little Stockman. And it is 1940 to 1964 with that case XX stamp on it. Does it have a pattern number? Yes, it does. Hard to read. I can't read that, but whatever the small Stockman pattern would be is what that is. Let me open up the other 2 blades, and here we go. We have a pretty nice little Stockman here. Can't measure more than 2 3/4 inches closed, so it's pretty small, but I really like those red bone handles from back in the day. Gotta love those. All right, it's got a little spade blade, sheepfoot blade, and our clip blade here. So, and the master doesn't seem to have much snap, but the others do. All right. Next, Billy. Ooh, all right. We got a trapper. Our yellow-handled trapper here. Let's see, what era would this be from? I feel like this is going to be from about 2000. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, it's in the 2000s there. I believe this configuration, the case used this from 2000 to 2010, and it looks like it's got 8 dots remaining, or X's and dots, which I believe would be a 2002. So this is a yellow-handled trapper. The pattern number is USA 3254CV, which designates the steel that was used in this knife. So very nice knife, very popular pattern with case collectors. And good snap. A lot of life left in this one. All right, what's next?
Next. This.
All right, so another Stockman. This one has Delrin handles as well, that imitation bone that Case used. The pattern number is 6344, stainless steel. And have our typical Stockman configuration here. And when was this one made? Again, this was that stamp used from 1990 to 1993. And I can't quite read that, but it looks like 1990 to me. Have to double check that with a little magnifying glass. But all right, very nice little Stockman there. Good snap, good snap. There you go. All right, let's finish up part one here with one more knife. Millie, what do you got?
This one.
Oh yeah. All right, so the big clasp knife, the genuine stag, which is my favorite of the handle types that Case did. It's the blue scroll, so that would be 1977. We can confirm that with looking at how many dots there are. There are 3. This is the configuration used in 1970s. So yes, so 1977. This is actually part of a larger set that Case issued, which had like 10 or 11 pocket knives in it, including some stag handled hunting knives as well. But you rarely see these used. This one actually has been sharpened and used, but still in nice shape overall. You can see it is a 5265 SAB, which is the saber ground blade. See how it kind of tapers from this line here. That denotes the saber ground. And what was the last part? Stainless steel. And I believe that's the spay blade, skinning blade maybe. I forgot what the SSP means. I believe it's stainless. But anyways, yes, very nice looking knife here. Again, you don't normally see these as being used, but great old construction here. Good snap. Good knife, Millie. I like this one. All right, so I believe we're going to have a part 2 of this video. So there's a lot of cool stuff left to see. You'll have to tune in to part 2 to see that. Millie, what is your favorite knife so far that we have taken out?
I like this one, the camper
knife. The camper, yeah.
Because I liked all the unique blades.
Yeah, it's got a lot of different functions, kind of like an old Swiss Army knife almost, right? Yeah. Very cool. Mine's probably, there's some cool ones in here. This one is an easy one to go with, but I just like the history of this one being at least 100 years old, or at least close to 100 years old. That one was a neat one to me. So anyway, some cool stuff so far. Tune into part 2, and let's check out the rest of what we have. Again, as always, thank you for checking out oldpocketknives.com, checking out the website. And if you like this video, please click like, subscribe to the channel. And Millie, what else do you want to say before we go?
Tune into part 2. Bye!